With Kevin Bryant, we got CTN Sports Game of the Week. And Kevin, we got a possible barn burner tonight. Huron and Skyline boys basketball. It's a rematch from earlier in the season when we had a triple overtime game earlier. What are we looking at tonight?
Well, if any game is a game of the week, this one is. An instant classic they had the last time these two teams met, and hopefully the sequel is as good as the original, Pete. The teams, let's break them down. First, Skyline, they shoot 25 three-pointers a game, Pete. They're going to light it up. And the guy that gets them going, Brandon Wade, a 6'2 guard that can do it. He brings 20 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds. And if anything is going to slow him down, it may be the Huron defense. They're known for their defense. If they can come in here and put together the type of River Rat-style defense, we're going to have that barn burner. Might slow Skyline down, and this game has a direct impact on the SEC Red Conference Championship.
Well, we should have a great one tonight for you. As you can tell, it's hard to hear already. The energy level is high. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with the game here on CTN Sports. And welcome to CTN Sports Game of the Week. I'm Pete Poyer along with Kevin Bryant. The Huron River Rats taking on the Skyline Eagles, and we are just about to tip it off. Should have a good matchup tonight. Kevin, Huron ranked number 9 in the state.
9 in the state, and if you just take away 5 points away from them, they're undefeated. They've only lost their 2 games by 5 points, 3 points the first time they've met up with Skyline.
And that game over at Huron High School, this one here at Skyline. So we'll see if the Rats can go on the road and do what the Eagles did to the Rats earlier this year.
You know,
that was a triple overtime thriller that the Eagles won 95-92.
And the story of that game, from talking with both coaches, was foul trouble. Right here, Brandon Wade, he ended up fouling out of the game and had to have his younger brother come in and hit a big three-pointer in the second overtime to propel them to that third overtime. So let's see who gets out to that early start, that fast start. These guys scored 25 points to only 11 for Huron in the first matchup.
That shot is no good, as traveling is the call. The starters for the Eagles, K'Ron Rogers starting for the Eagles, along with Brandon Wade, Christian Knox, Jack Emmerman, the three-point specialist, and Daniel Black. And for the Huron River Rats on the floor, Alec Anderson, Avery Lewis, Lawrence Rowley, Jack Smith, and Lewis Willis for the Huron River Rats.
Big week for number 23, Daniel Black for the Skyline Eagles. Signed his letter of intent, Pete, to play for Kalamazoo College next year.
Well, we wish Mr. Black well in his college endeavors. Hopefully he'll have a good game tonight. A three-pointer on the way, and it's good.
We mentioned that they shoot a lot of three-pointers. That went off a transition by Christian Knox. He's kind of the another sophomore guard for Coach Mike Lovelace.
Into the lane, that shot no good, but the offensive rebound by Rowley putback is good, and the River Rats are on the board. A drive to the lane, that missed everything. Rebounded by Rowley. The Rats quickly back down the floor.
You know, it really seems like the Rats have all the same size guys out there, which is really interchangeable in any position on the floor for Coach Jay Schunar's squad. Again, this game has big ramifications on the SEC Red regular season.
Three-pointer on the way, in and out, no good. Another offensive board by the Rats. The putback, no good. Black will rebound for the Eagles. And they will head back down floor quickly. And the bucket off the glass by Kayron Rogers is good for the Eagles.
Nice look away pass. You catch it right there by Jack Ammerman, finding the big, making that nice cut.
And we have offensive foul on Lewis Willis for Huron. Oh, turnover. It'll be Eagle basketball.
Lewis Willis has a big assignment tonight, and it's on defense. He has to slow Brandon Wade down.
Oh, Wade loves to drive to the hole. He dishes it off for a three-pointer this time. It's in and out, off the rim, no good. Alec Anderson bring it down the floor quickly, gets it to Rowley into the paint. He gets up high for the shot, in and out, no good. Putback, no good. And the putback, also no good, but we have a whistle and a foul on the floor.
Out of all the athletes that the Eagles have, Huron has maybe some guys that can get off the floor a little bit. We've seen them battle inside already and get second shot opportunities. Avery Lewis is a guy who's second on the team in rebounding to Rowley. So you're going to see both him and Rowley, 33 and 24, in the paint all night.
Lewis misses the first, but makes the second. Cross-court pass from Black to Rogers. That's off the mark. And Rats just quickly back down the floor. Three-pointer on the way and fill it up. Lewis Willis. And Huron takes their first lead of the game. 4:15 to go here in the first quarter.
He's just unconscious on that shot there, just catch and shoot.
Brandon Wade's three-pointer is off the mark, rebounded by Huron, and they're back down the floor. And a three-pointer on the way, that's Jack Smith.
River Rats giving the Eagles some of their own medicine from behind the arc.
Up and down the floor, high tempo to start this game. And Rogers scores the bucket in the paint. Huron with the 2-point advantage here early on.
They don't want to, the River Rats that is, don't want to fall into a false sense of security behind that line though. They can do this.
And Rowley with the jam.
Hello, Lawrence Rowley to the rim.
Great recognition by Anderson to get through the trap and find Rowley open underneath all alone. And near turnover there. Now Rogers into the paint. And we have a whistle on the floor and a foul. The Avery Lewis picks up the foul for Huron.
You can see the reach in and back there by Lewis. And right now the referees are having a conversation with Lewis, and it looks like Rogers would not be surprised if, you know, after the ending of the first game, first time that Skyline had beat Huron since 2014, that it's now the River Rats with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder.
First quarter is flying by, 2:53 to play here in the first.
First substitutions finally get in.
An intercept there by Jalen Mosley for the Riverettes. And just like that, stolen back. Ammerman down the floor to Wade, and Wade scores the bucket. That's Ryan Wade with the 2 points for the Eagles.
Ryan Wade has hands that are arms that are just like dragging on the ground. He's going to get in the passing lane all night.
Near turnover there. Mosley will settle it down, call the play. Gets it down into the paint now, dished outside for three to Smith. That's off the rim, no good. Put back by Anderson is short. Picked up by Brandon Wade down the floor. He scores it, but no, take it off the board. It's offensive foul on Brandon Wade.
Surprising to Brandon right there. He thought he had the defender still moving, and let's see if he's set. I don't know. That's a bang-bang call there. It could have gone either way for my money.
Very close call. Now Rowley down the lane. He gets stripped. Down the court. Brandon Wade with the shot. And counted, and the foul.
Counted the foul and a little taunt there to let the bench of the River Rats know that last trip up court, it's not what to expect, folks. This is what I do in my house.
Brandon Wade showing some nice patience there, waiting for the defender to come and over his back before putting the shot up to get the foul call.
The old conventional three-point opportunity.
Well, that reties it at 11. Brandon Wade with an opportunity to have the Eagles retake the lead.
And again, Pete, that was triggered off of the defense from the Eagles causing the turnover, and they are doing a great job so far of looking up court and finding the man out releasing.
The free throw is off the mark. We stay tied at 11. Near steal there. Down the floor, Avery Lewis. Count it.
Above average jump stop and move right there. I mean, you got to be skilled to do something like that.
Avery Lewis showing us what a jump stop is. And there's a ball that's knocked away, out of bounds. It'll stay Eagle basketball. 1:18 to play here in the first quarter.
Nice shot of Jay Shinar, the first-year coach for the River Rats. Really animated on the sidelines, and he should. He actually played for the River Rats and coached prior to coaching at the River Rats with the Eagles.
Ryan Wade with the three-pointer. And we have a timeout on the floor called by the Eagles. It's a 20-second timeout. Kevin, I don't know if you noticed at the end of that three-pointer, Ryan Wade was doing a little showboating after he hit that three.
Well, I think he should be doing a little showboating to himself because he's been shooting a lot of three-pointers, but he's only shooting 23% for the season. Now, that is not like him. I've seen this kid for a couple of years. He's definitely good behind the three-point range. He's the guy that kind of had that ACL last year, so he's now getting the legs back up under him. I think it's in the family genes to let the other folks know that this is their house.
He seemed very satisfied to have hit that three at that particular time.
We're going to need a 20-second break over here in a minute. Where's the water?
Approaching 1 minute to play here in the first quarter. And we have really gotten what we were looking for in an up-and-down, action-packed first quarter here on the Game of the Week on CTN Sports. Three-pointer on the way from Huron, and nothing but net from Gus DiGiovanni, and Huron retakes the lead.
Well, again, that's unlike Huron to be so effective behind the three-point line so early. As a team, they're shooting under 30%.
And the putback by Deshaun Munson is good for the Eagles.
Deshaun Munson actually was a freshman on the Huron varsity team last year.
Three-pointer on the way from Lewis. No good. Rebounded by Rowley.
Great footwork.
His putback is blocked in the lane, but he draws the foul and will head to the line for two.
Out of all the players on the court tonight, you see this footwork right here. No one else possesses that. That's the difference, I think, for the River Rats. If they can actually start to feed the post, because they're going to pile up the fouls on the Eagles by doing that.
12 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Rowley hits the front end of his first of two free throws.
This is a victory so far for the River Rats after you look at what happened in the first game, falling behind 25-11 in the first quarter.
Rowley gets the second as well to fall. Rats with a 2-point lead.
Skyline's beat some really quality teams this year, so they're not afraid of games like this. This is the type of games that, you know, Coach, I was going to say Jeremy Barkey, the athletic director, loves to have in this building because, I mean, it is packed on a Friday night, and his team, the Eagles, they're ready to play.
Into the corner it goes, just 2 seconds, shot is on the way, no good by Brandon Wade, and that will do it for quarter number one. At the end of one, it's Huron 18 and Skyline 16 right here on CTN Sports.
What is CTN?
CTN? Isn't that the Commerce Telemarketing neighborhood or something?
CTN is Ann Arbor's community television network. We have provided free television production workshops and services to residents and nonprofit organizations since 1973. We also provide free programming about our community on cable channels 16, 17, 18, and 19. So, if you have an event coming up, are part of a nonprofit, or you simply just want to get creative, come on by. For more information, visit us at www.a2gov.org/CTN.
I'm Dana Denta, host of FYI, and you can tune in Monday through Friday at 10, 6, and 10, only on CTN.
And welcome back to CTN Sports Game of the Week. Kevin, your recap of quarter number one, I think it was what we were looking for a Game of the Week.
And a little bit more, right? We saw the River Rats come out, and they're playing like a top 10 team in the state right now, but the Eagles aren't going to back down as well. I mean, they really still haven't found their mojo, which is behind the three-point line. So in this second quarter, if we can see Brandon Wade break this defense down, might see Jack Ammerman release his lethal jump shot.
The Eagles will start it on offense here in the second quarter. There's Jack Ammerman with the ball. He'll hand it off to Daniel Black. His pass is knocked away by Lawrence Rowley out of bounds. Eagles will keep it. They will inbound here on the sideline, right in front of the River Rat bench, rather. Oh, Brandon Wade will handle it between the circles. Wade down the lane now will kick it out for a three-pointer momentarily. Rogers had to hesitate. His shot down the lane is no good. Now a long three-pointer on the way by Huron, off the mark. And we have a whistle. And the River Rats were on the end line, out of bounds, so it'll be Eagle basketball.
It's all effort when it comes to rebounding, and you saw Alec Anderson right there come through the lane. Nobody's boxing him out, but that's why Huron is leading in the rebounding category in this game.
Brandon Wade down the lane, score it, and we're tied again.
It looks like the Eagles are switched defenses into a zone.
Rowley's shot is short off the front of the rim. Long pass down the court. There's a three-pointer on the way from Ameren. Off the back of the rim, no good. Offensive rebound by Brandon Wade, but taken away. And Alec Anderson has it for Huron. He'll kick it out for a three-pointer to Lewis Willis. That's off the mark. And now Wade back down the floor. Behind the back pass to Ammerman, off the glass, and it's good.
Where was his eyes? I mean, Brandon, come on, man, slow down. Look at this. He sees him already, and then he just drops it out of his hat a la Irvin Johnson style.
That ball is stolen away, and it's going to be Eagle basketball off of the turnover.
A lot of defense right here in the corner. It's hard to see where this ball goes off, and it looked like Anderson said it went off one of the Eagles, but I think the River Rat there was out of bounds already rolling.
Inbound pass, bounce pass to Kayron Rogers, and his shot off the glass is good.
You know, this has like a tournament feel in here, Pete. I mean, the gym is amped and the players are not disappointing.
So Skyline with the 4-point advantage, 22-18. Under 5.5 minutes to play here till halftime.
This is the first time we've had the ball on the side of a court more than 10 seconds. It slowed the pace down just a tad bit.
The shot put up by Avery Lewis. It's knocked away by Daniel Black, but he is going to pick up the foul.
Similar to his older brother, Mike Lewis Jr. Look and see how Avery Lewis bangs right through the defender, causes the contact. Only shooting 63% at the foul line, so he's going to have to convert these to, you know, really make a difference, right?
Every shot counts in a game like this. And he gets the first one to roll around and in on the rubber rim. Second one is off the mark.
Aggressive play here out of the Eagles. I mean, even off of, you know, a foul shot miss, they're beating the River Rats up the court.
I think it's a little rambly scrambly for the Eagles.
Well, all of the guards out there for the Eagles, I mean, they have 4 guys and maybe even 5, but Rogers is not going to step behind that line. They got 4 guys that can really fill it in from deep.
Now Brandon Wade on the shot. Ammerman will inbound. Drive to the hoop. In and out, no good. Quickly down the floor, Rats back the other way. Jalen Mosley with the basket. And the Eagles back the other way, and it's blocked.
You know, again, you were seeing how the River Rats are getting beat back, so I wonder if a fatigue is setting in there, and I'm not even sure if that was a block. I really think You know, it looked like the Eagle player just kind of lost the ball going up.
I'll give Avery Lewis credit for being in the area to affect that shot nonetheless. Now into the lane, Daniel Black shot, followed up by Kayron Rogers, and that's good.
Oh, he was nearly about to throw that one down. I mean, inches away. But, again, the two bigs right now on the court, Lewis and Rogers, they're going right at each other.
Pass nearly tipped away. Mosley down the lane. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Black. Ammerman up the floor to Christian Knox. That's no good. Avery Lewis back the other way. And a whistle.
You know, some fouls you want to give up. I think Avery Lewis wanted to give that one up because he came down like he was a fullback, Earl Campbell style down the lane, and he laid some wood on Daniel Black.
Oh, Avery Lewis will sit down. Now we have a timeout on the floor. 3:53 to play here in the second quarter. Skyline with the 24-21 advantage.
And they've really done a good job on the defensive end. They've shown that they can rebound and outlet that ball and get early offense and not allowing the Huron defense to really set.
And conversely for the Riverettes, they've been able to get in some of the passing lanes and at least tip some of the passes away and disrupt that Eagle offense.
And the Eagle offense, it seems like it's starting to get that rhythm, though. We've seen more three-pointers starting to fly out of Christian Knox's hands, as well as Brandon Wade starting to break down that defense. We might be on our way to another overtime game here, the way this thing's going, Pete.
Well, the game remains close, just a three-point advantage for the Skyline Eagles. They will inbound. And there's a steal down the floor. That's Jack Smith with the bucket for Huron.
And again, that's that Huron press. Everybody's seen it for years, but they can't actually handle it. And there's a quick timeout from Mike Lovelace to straighten things out. You saw how Alec Anderson on that play, they really, at that timeout that the Huron just called, tried to rectify some of the energy that they didn't have at the beginning of this second quarter.
Well, and you really haven't seen much of that press here early on in this game. This is kind of the first time you've seen it all game long. And obviously, the Skyline bench immediately noticed.
They noticed it, but the team, the guys on the floor didn't, and they were not in position to set up what I'm sure, after an 8-day break, Mike Lovelace has been working on. They hadn't played since last Thursday, so they've had a lot of time to prepare for the Riverettes.
Skyline back down the floor. I'd say quickly, but by the time I say it, they're already down the floor and scored.
That's the last
into
spot.
The corner.
Yeah, that's the last spot you want to get into with Daniel Black, getting the ball in the corner right up against the Huron bench. And he didn't just have two defenders on him. He had a bunch of folks on the bench. I think even Coach Sunar got in there.
I think Admiral Akbar was down there saying that's a trap.
Hey, that's a big trap, man.
Oh, Rats back on offense.
There's those active hands by Ryan Wade again.
Huron will keep possession. Smith will inbound.
Jack Smith is a player that Huron needs to get going as well, too. In their last game against Lincoln, he came out with three three-pointers in the first half.
Now Mosley has it for Huron. Being guarded by Ammerman. Now working around to Anderson, down to the baseline. And Smith was moving as Anderson tried to pass it back to him, out of bounds. Turnover, it'll be Eagle basketball.
Kind of hard for some of the players to calm down with this frantic pace going back and forth, especially on the drive like that.
They break the press with a pass to Ammerman with a floater down the lane. That's off the back of the rim, no good. Offensive board by Kayron Rogers. Put back is no good, but he does get the foul.
Let's see Ammerman on this drive. He may have wanted to give that ball up a little bit sooner. That's a difficult shot, a runner when you're going to the left and trying to shoot back to the right, and without trying to use the glass as well.
Rogers' first free throw rattles in and out, no good. 2:25 to play till halftime. And next one is Pure. And Jack Smith will sit down for Huron.
Look for a moment there like the Eagles are going to try their own version of a press, but they just dropped it off.
L.J. DeWolf comes in for Jack Smith. Down the lane, runner, no good. Rebounded by Skyline. Intercepted by Mosley, and he will lay it in. And we are tied again, this time at 25. Now Rats are pressing.
Well, that's what they're known for, putting their hands in the passing lane and finishing and getting layups.
Eagles do a good job of working the ball down the floor, but they get pick up another steal. Long pass down the floor. Mosley can't keep it in bounds.
If Rowley could have just controlled that ball, he had three guys breaking out, and unfortunately, he may even just force it right here. A little bit too long there to Mosley.
Now Mosley had an opportunity to tip that to Anderson, who was right underneath the basket. Wide open three on the way, off the rim, no good. And DeWolf will pick up the foul for Huron. Over the back on Darius Hall. Three-pointer on the way from Ammerman, in and out, no good. Now Lewis Willis will back it up and take a run down the lane. Knocked away from him, but held by Mosley. Now back to Rowley. His shot is off the mark. He offensive boards it. His putback no good. And the Eagles quickly back down the floor. Now Ryan Wade. He saw Darius Hall down the floor, but really couldn't get him the ball.
Yeah, that was one of those opportunities where you don't want to leave your feet and try to only pass the ball. If you're going to leave the feet, shoot first, pass second.
Ammerman in the corner for three. And that one rolls off the rim, no good. Under 40 seconds to play till halftime. And that one, another one just off the rim. Now spin move by Lewis.
What a drop.
Tried to get it to Rowley. Was knocked away out of bounds.
Rowley wants to
will keep it.
He's going to have to get up there and try to dunk it next time. I mean, he's putting everything off the glass. He's just not getting any answers.
Rowley out to Anderson for three, and that is good. Alec Anderson with the three-pointer.
We had a perfect view of that one, Pete. It looked good right out of his hands.
Now down the lane. Owes Rogers. Check it, that's Brandon Wade. Score it.
Wow, he
Skyline
really contorted
cuts it
himself
8-1.
on that one.
Last second to play, and Mosley hits the bucket as the buzzer sounds to end the half. Huron takes the lead 30-27 heading into halftime.
I tell you what, Pete, after a first half like that, everybody needs a break. And we have something special coming up for you. We're going to take a quick look at some preview interviews we did with both teams at the half.
We'll be back with more here on CTN Sports.
If history holds true, it may be the Skyline Eagles who claim the district title this year. The past 3 seasons has produced a new champ from the SEC Red Division.
We were able to win the district 2 years ago, go all the way to the regional final, win that. And then Huron won 2015, and then Pioneer won it last year. And we're all going to be good this year, and it's going to be battles, and the students really come out full effect. We're lucky to have them come here, and I mean, our students will show up in droves for the Pioneer Huron game. I mean, they'll just in both sides, and it's an electric feeling. I mean, it's great.
The 2016 Eagles are stacked with arguably the area's best long-range bombers. A bonus for Coach Lovelace is his team's unselfish nature.
They enjoy making the next guy better, and so you're going to see us really spread the court, move the ball a lot, make the extra pass, and it's always a point of emphasis. And so the guys really buy into the team atmosphere, and the more that we do that, I mean, we're going to really try to have up tempo to get lots of possessions, and so those kinds of things lend themselves to having enough to go around.
Expect major buckets from junior guard Brandon Wade, who'll be joined in the backcourt this year with his younger brother Ryan, a sophomore. D1 colleges have already begun to flood scholarship offers to these 2 gifted young ballers.
Brandon's now his 3rd year on varsity as a junior, and he was starting as a freshman, and his leadership has just grown tremendously. He's taken ownership of where he wants his team to go, and that's all the way to the Breslin Center. I mean, he doesn't hide what he wants to do. And Ryan's coming off a knee injury last year. He's just a special player. So, I mean, the 2 of them, their attitude just couldn't be better, and they are really good players. Brandon has close to 10 D1 scholarship offers already, the bigger conferences are starting to look at him now because, I mean, he's a very special player. And Ryan has an offer from Toledo already, and so I mean, they see, even though they're a sophomore and junior right now, they see the potential.
A balanced offensive attack and team rebounding will be key factors for Skyline to maximize its season.
Defensively, we're going to have to keep getting bigger and stronger, and keeping people out of the lane and rebounding as best we can. Along with a lot of our returners, we're going to have Darius Hall and Deshaun Munson helping with our front court rebounding, and Brandon Ryan, Jack Ammerman, Christian Knox from the outside, just talented. They're going to the basket more and more, great shooters. And then K'Ron Rogers and Dan Black are really good at boxing out, rebounding, being physical, and so we should have really good inside-outside mix this year. Should be fun to watch.
I wanna go running.
But my stumpy arms are best suited for browsing a2gov.org/CTN. For real, check us out at a2gov.org/8.
Okay, Bob, we got it.
Leading the Rats this season will be interim coach Jay Shinar, a Huron grad who played for and later assisted with former coach Waleed Samaha. Coach Shinar is anxious at the opportunity to add to his alma mater's rich basketball tradition.
Coach Samaha built a beautiful thing here, Huron basketball program. I mean, about 14 years ago when he took this thing, it was a 2-14 program, and he built this up to where they were winning 8 straight district championships in a row. So I've got big shoes to fill. Biggest thing is I just got to be myself. Coach Samaha built a beautiful thing here. I don't want to take away from anything Coach Samaha has done, but also want to bring in a little bit of a new spin of what I can bring, a little bit more personality, and just kind of take it from there. Everyone here, the support cast around Coach Samaha has all stayed, and they've been really supportive in helping me out and kind of bringing me into the family. The Huron basketball family is a huge community and a huge family. Everyone speaks to Huron basketball. They played here, they went here, they were part of this family. So I'm just a piece of the puzzle, nothing more than that. We're athletic, we're fast, we like to go up and down. We will be in the defensive lanes and easy baskets. I think you just hit it. We were talking as a coaching staff, what's the easiest way to get buckets? We really pride ourselves on our defense creating our offense. And if our defense creates our offense, that means we're in the fast break, easy baskets, lots of layups, and that's where I think we'll be successful.
Huron returns a deep senior class, along with juniors Avery Lewis and Lou Willis. Coach Sinar hopes their growth provides a good balance for the Rats this season.
7 returning seniors, Jack Smith, Lawrence Rowley, Alec Anderson, first-team all-conference players coming back. Avery Lewis is a junior who was on the team last year, and Lewis Willis is a junior now. He was a sophomore last year. Those guys, that added sophomore year is huge for a lot of guys. It really slows the game down come their junior year. So we think with the juniors' experience now and the seniors coming back, we should be ready to go, ready to roll.
The boys' hoop scene will be full of must-see games this season. Coach Sinar makes no bones about how his team needs to play if they are to reach their goals this season.
Defense, outside shooting. We really got to stick to our defense. We really need to defend and keep that Huron defense identity. If our leaders step up and if we keep talking and keep that family atmosphere, I think we're going to be okay. We need to shoot the ball a little better. First and second day practices, you're always walking out like, wow, we can't make a freaking shot. So we just need to get through. We need to get some shots up, and I think we'll be all right. It's awesome. I mean, the atmosphere and the environment is crazy right now in Ann Arbor. Basketball is probably as high as I've seen it in a while. Skyline basketball is booming. Pioneer's doing a great job. We're still Huron. All schools have a lot of talent. I mean, Skyline's got Brandon Wade, Jack Ammerman, Christian Knox, go down the line, lots of guards in the areas. We're just excited to be part of it. I'm excited to be playing in it. And yeah, we're just excited. I mean, the gyms are going to be packed. May the best team win.
Let me ask you a question. What do you value? How about access to your child's education, their football game, their swim meet, their high school musical, their academic future? Does that matter? What about your access to your government, your police, fire, and public safety, parks and recreation activities, state and local officials, the folks you elect to make decisions for your community? Is that worth anything to you? What about your rights, freedom of speech, to communicate your message, to let your voice be heard? That's got to count for something, right? So let me ask you again, what do you value? How about public, educational, and government access television? It belongs to you. Let's keep it that way.
And welcome back to CTN Sports presentation of the Game of the Week. And a Game of the Week it has been so far, Kevin Bryant. It is 30 for Huron and 27 for Skyline. Would you like to recap the scoring for us?
You know, I'll give you just the top two for the River Rats. It looked like it was Raleigh with 6, and also Jalen Mosley off the bench with 6. And then for the Eagles, Kyron Rogers actually dropped in 9 points, followed by Brandon Wade, of course.
Makes sense to see those two leading the scoring for the Eagles. And we are underway here in the third quarter. The Riverettes will start the play on offense.
Pretty even scoring about for both teams when you look like down the scores book here. About 6 people for each side getting into the scores book.
Nice pass by Jack Smith to Avery Lewis in the lane. His shot is blocked, but he is hacked on the arm. As you see here on the replay. Looks like Daniel Black picking up the foul there for the Eagles.
That's a little ticky-tack right now in this type of game. Those kind of fouls need to be let go because the first team that actually gets into the bonus is actually going to have a big chip on their side as far as getting a win tonight.
Well, Lewis hits the first of 2.
And this is the big one here. This will allow Huron to set up their pressure.
And gets the second. And they choose not to press this early on here in the third quarter. A bit more of a patient start to the second half here. We saw a frenetic pace for most of the first half. And you expect that pace to step up again here in the second.
Well, you saw a couple times where the Riverettes were getting beat down court, so maybe that's the reason why they're not applying that pressure this part of the start of the second half.
A nice pass from Daniel Black to Kyron Rogers for the bucket. Anderson on the drive. Offensive foul.
That's a tough call there because the official that made the call was the furthest away from the action. You can see he's out of bounds out of our screen. There's an official just to the right of the action on the baseline and another one that was the foul line extended that didn't call that foul.
Brandon Wade down the lane and scored off the glass.
Above average finger roll there.
Anderson three-point shot is off the mark. Emmerman will rebound. He'll get it up the floor to Black. Black down the floor. His shot is up. No basket. And there's a foul on Avery Lewis.
Well, I just picked out the official who has to run to the car the fastest. Another questionable call there because you just saw the push-off from the Skyline player.
A three-pointer from Jack Ammerman, his first of the game.
That might be the first one that he's ever hit on CTN. I think we give him the big jinx when we bring over the CTN Game of the Week crew.
Now Anderson is shut off on the drive. Knock away by Brandon Wade in the lane. Ball on the floor, scramble for it. Emmerman was down on the floor. He grabbed it, called timeout. So 20-second timeout by the Eagles. Heads up play there by Jack Ammerman.
Really smart. He turned right to the official, and he really didn't even have control of the ball, but he was screaming timeout. A lot of times you don't want to save that ball up under your opponent's rim. Fortunate there for the Eagles.
Here's a look at head coach Mike Lovelace giving some instruction to his young Eagle Charges.
Well, we didn't see a lot of timeouts in that first half. I guarantee you the coaches aren't going to go home with them in this second half. If they have a play they want to set up, or if they see that the momentum is shifting, quick timeouts.
A little bit of a token press there by the River Rats. The pass to Ammerman was knocked away and out of bounds. So the Eagles will keep it.
Looks like there's some question on how many fouls. Or it may even be a question about how many timeouts each team still has remaining. Officials didn't figure out who called the timeout when Ammerman was on the ground there. Again, that's your favorite official there, Pete.
A long pass to the backcourt for Ammerman. He goes and tracks it down and brings it to the forecourt. He'll drive it off the glass, no good. Rogers' putback is no good. And Huron back the other way, down the floor quickly. Smith with the bucket. And we're tied at 34. Now here's a steal. Down the floor. That's Lewis Willis with the 2 points for Huron.
And that's one thing that the Eagles can't do. They came into this game averaging about 13 turnovers a game. They were really careful with the ball in the first half. They can't allow this defense to get to them.
Brandon Wade gets fouled on the drive.
That was an easy call.
Wade misses the first.
Right now, it's a little bit of a discrepancy going on at the scorer's table, trying to figure out the foul situation. And we're right next to the River Rats scorer, Michelle Julian, who's the secretary for the River Rats athletics department, and she's adamant of how many fouls there are against one of the Skyline players, and they're actually going to look at books right now, so we're going to have an extended little timeout break here.
Or right in between free throws for Brandon Wade. He missed the first one. Second one still to come.
You know, neither team has had more than a 4-point lead in this contest, Pete. It is nip and tuck. So this is really important that they get this foul situation squared out and figured out, because you don't want somebody to get put out of the game that shouldn't be later in.
Well, I think everybody's of the same mind. Let's get it right.
Let's get it right.
Whatever it is, let's get it right.
How do they figure this out, though? Do they keep, tracking their head of how many fouls are going on? Or they're going to say, yeah, I think I did call that one on him back in the second quarter? I mean, this is really difficult because they usually just go to the official scorer, case closed.
Well, and that's why they're comparing the Skyline books to the Huron books and see where the discrepancy is, because it really looks to me like the referees don't exactly know who they call the fouls on who.
Well, this is an
have a little
opportunity.
book to keep track of it.
It's an opportunity for us to have a nice fundraiser for Jeremy Barkey to get a new scoreboard, so we can have all of the stats right in front of us. No more of this, pencil stuff. Let's get it to the electronic age, man.
Okay, I like that idea.
I'm not going to write a check, but that's a suggestion.
Okay. You're suggesting someone else write a check.
Yeah, well, we have a lot of people up in the house. So, I mean, you can pass the bucket around. I mean, we're seeing some church going on right now out on the court. So I wouldn't mind if, they took a little tithe and, come back with some money with a better scoreboard. But right now, I just don't know how they're going to figure this one out to appease both sides. Somebody's going to get upset.
And I think you love getting photobombed, too.
Oh, photobomb by these guys that I always tape on the weekends. If they show these guys on TV, I might have to give them the mic because they're good. This Edmondson kid, you got to watch him play football. When this kid is out there, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Well, see, there is his dad right now, and his dad, Marcus Edmondson, is really trying to work it out with what's going on. Actually, this is kind of unprecedented, but I would call my team over if I'm these two coaches, get them some water, chill, because this is really throwing a funk in the momentum of both squads.
This really shouldn't take this long to get this ironed out.
No, but I really don't know how they can get it ironed out other than just saying you're right or you're right. Because, I mean, when they have this kind of discrepancy, it usually goes right back to the one person that's keeping it.
Well, and as how these things usually go, Kevin, somebody's happy, somebody's not happy. And that's really the case here.
Well, right now, this can add fuel to whoever's not happy, right? Because we have just only a couple moments gone in this third quarter, and it looks like we're back to action.
Second free throw on the way from Brandon Wade, and he misses the second one as well.
Uncharacteristic.
And Huron keeps the 2-point advantage, 36-34, with 5:18 to go here in the third quarter. A floater in the lane from Lewis Willis, off the mark. Brandon Wade quickly back down the floor. And there's those 2 points he missed at the free throw line. He made up for it right there.
Well, he gets down court so fast, 3 dribbles, and he was from the one side of the half-court line all the way to the rack, and he knows English when he gets that ball up on the backboard.
Spin move by Lawrence Rowley, off the glass and good.
Now the Rats really applying
Huron
that
pressure there. Now offensive foul on Skyline. Lawrence Rowley taking the charge for the River Rats.
Only Wade's second foul. He's the one Skyline Eagle that they can ill afford to get in foul trouble.
Now Wade just a little bit out of control there on that drive. Oh, Rowley down the lane, loves that spin move.
I think he went to the well a little too much there because it was just last trip that he did the same move. So the defender was actually trying to anticipate that and did a good job, Daniel Black.
A near steal by Willis. The Eagles get it over the timeline. Long three-pointer on the way from K'Ron Rogers is off the front of the rim, no good. Rats quickly back down the floor for 3, and that misses everything. Offensive rebound by Rowley, and the putback is good. And the pace of play is definitely beginning to pick up here in the third quarter after a somewhat slow and patient start. And then obviously you can stop the pace of play entirely for 5 minutes of real time. That really slows things down. Three-pointer on the way from Ammerman is on the way and good. Jack Ammerman with his second three-pointer of the game.
He's starting to warm up. Last game that I saw him play, he hit 5 three-pointers in the first quarter. He's a guy that can actually light it up really quick.
And there's a steal down the floor. Daniel Black lays it up, lays it in. And the Eagles back in front by 1, 41-40.
I mean, excellent save there by Wade to find Ammerman. And, of course, the Eagles are doing a great job tonight of looking up court.
Jack Smith with a long three-pointer. Offensive board is good. Avery Lewis can't believe it. He gets called for the push, no basket.
No, that was Lewis Avery. We're looking at, it looks like Rowley had his hand there. But again, I keep asking the official on the baseline to make the call who has the better look. And you have these officials that are on the outside of the play coming in and making calls that just don't seem to be right.
And there's a scoop shot by Brandon Wade. That's good.
Well, Brandon Wade's taking over in this third quarter.
Oh, Skyline leads 43-40. That basket for the last basket for Huron did not count. Now Wade down the floor all alone to the hole and good. And timeout is called. Skyline taking the 5-point advantage, 45-40, with 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the third.
Biggest lead of the night, and again, Ammerman looking up there. Wade loses footing there. It kind of looked like he got almost bullet something there from our angle, but he's happy about the results, no doubt. B buckets Wade. Even putting a smile on Jeremy Barker, the athletic director there. Nice. Where's his Hawaiian shirt? We're going to have to get him a Hawaiian shirt if he's going to stand over there next to all those Hawaiian students, right?
I think you want a Hawaiian shirt.
I do. But, you know, the baldy locks doesn't look good with that, you know.
You and me both.
Well, again, biggest lead of the night, and it comes off of transition buckets from Big Buckets Wade. I mean, he gets up court so fast and puts the ball on the backboard exact same way. It doesn't matter who's coming at him. He finishes.
All keyed by the Skyline defense. Now Smith with the turnaround in the lane. Nothing but net for Jack Smith.
That was above average fade away, right?
Well, Ammerman finds Brandon Wade in the corner for three. Off the rim, no good. Anderson way up high for the rebound. Can't corral it. It's off of him, out of bounds, Skyline ball.
I think he was complaining that he thought he was getting undercut, so he may have anticipated the foul coming.
Well, did not get that call. Three-pointer on the way from Ammerman. And it's Jack Ammerman time. That's number 3.
We told you it didn't take much to heat that guy up. He's percolating now.
A 6-point advantage for the Eagles. Minute and a half to play here in the third. He's 9th ranked Huron River Rats, settling it down. Anderson in the lane, his shot no good. Another offensive board by Rowley, and he can't finish. But he does draw the foul and will head to the line.
You know, even in this gym that has a great student section, it's not a partisan crowd. You saw that they were kind of calm when Huron is down. So I think a lot of folks just showed up tonight to see the best two teams in the area go head-to-head at it.
Well, Kevin, they are getting their money's worth tonight.
Definitely. This is one of the games that a lot of folks after that first game circled and said, you know, next time these two teams play, I want to be there.
Rowley hits an important pair of free throws to close the gap to the Eagles to 4.
Can't hand check in this league.
Avery Lewis picks up the foul for Huron. I don't think the Rats got to be too happy with the way the fouls have been called in this game. There's a jumper from the free throw line by Ammerman, no good. Rebound by Rowley. Now Smith steps into a three-pointer. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Ryan Wade to his brother Brandon down the floor. Rogers gets it, but can't finish. And the Rats back the other way. Now Mosley down the lane to Rowley. Nice dish. And we have a whistle and another foul call. And Daniel Black picking up another foul for the Eagles. closing moments of the third quarter, 33 seconds to go.
And just when you see the Eagles start to pull away, the Rats start chipping back into this game. There's no give up in either of these teams.
Well, and really for the third quarter, Jack Ammerman for the Eagles, and for the River Rats, Lawrence Rowley here at the free throw line, as he's hit 4 free throws in a row to cut that Skyline lead down to 2 now. Oh, Rats really active on defense here at the end of the third here. 15 seconds to play. Nice pass underneath the basket. And Darius Hall can't finish. Oh, the River Rats back the other way, and it's out of bounds. Avery Lewis can't handle the ball. And we're going back the other way with just 4 seconds for the Eagles left here in the third quarter.
Yeah, real frustrating play there for Lewis. He really wanted to gather himself and just couldn't corral that rock.
Ammerman with the long bomb and off the rim. And that'll do it for quarter number 3. Skyline took the lead, but Huron edging their way back, just down 2 at the end of 3 quarters. It's the Eagles 48 and the River Rats 46 here on CTN Sports.
Do you ever get sick and tired of picking up dog poo?
I get tired of picking up dog poop all the gosh darn time.
Well, then you're in luck with my new Poo Picker Up Me Up.
Oh, gee, willikers.
Would you ever consider buying a car apartment?
No. No.
Hey, Dad, why don't you buy me that new popular toy that's going around these days? Christmas is a-comin'. Santa's dead.
It's kids' guns, it's kids' guns. Don't shoot your eye out.
Oh, geez, I seem to hurt myself real bad, Dad.
Side effects may include internal bleeding.
And then we will take 1 cup of sugar.
For a limited time only, you can get shrimp and fish inside of another fish.
Hey, sweetie, I want you to take a look over here and watch your favorite local programs all night long on CTN's 4 whole channels. Night owls can enjoy shows such as FYI, Access Ann Arbor, War Talk, and a whole lot more. All after midnight. And part of CTN's extended program hours. For more information, go to a2gov.org/CTN or call us at 734-794-6150. Hope to hear from you soon.
This is Angela Arboretum. Stay tuned for late night CTN programming.
Now you can follow CTN on Facebook and Twitter. Yay! Keep up with what viewers and producers like you are saying and doing, and see when upcoming workshop classes will take place. CTN.9.
And welcome back to CTN Sports Game of the Week, quarter number 4. And we should have a great, exciting quarter. It should be, Kevin?
Well, I'm telling you, after we had Jack Ammerman show up to the party, Brandon Wade really took over by penetrating and finishing inside. And then for the Rats, that's the guy that you really want to see show up is Avery Lewis. He can make a difference here in the fourth quarter.
Lewis, I think, really frustrated there in that third quarter as Alec Anderson hits the bucket and ties the game at 48. He had a couple of fouls called on him, and he just had a couple of instances where he couldn't finish. And Daniel Black, just like that, down the floor, hits the open J. And Skyline retakes the lead. Now back down the other way. It's trading baskets. Jalen Mosley with the three-pointer is good. And the River Rats retake the lead.
Catch your breath, man. Dang. That is a lot of action to start this fourth quarter, right? So, I mean, that's what you call up and down the floor action, folks.
Those hard to keep up with.
That's real-time action. I mean, you're going, first you got a bucket going to the left, and you got Daniel Black, but watch the outlet pass here. Before you can get the hero shot in, I mean, they're up court, and Mosley is filling it up. And Mosley, folks, he's the special player that nobody thought of to put on the scouting report tonight. He's just showing up big. And that timeout was actually called by the River Rats to set up their pressure. So now we're getting into where the coaches are strategizing this last quarter, letting the first, two teams go at it, and now it's time to really get into that chalk book.
And make sure to check us out on all of our social media, especially YouTube, where you can catch all of this action in unbelievably stunning high definition.
Yeah, and you can replay this one, and actually I'd hit the subscribe button and like this game because this one you want to watch a couple times.
That's right, Kevin. You can watch it, and then you can watch it again.
Nice.
Back to action on the floor. The drive by Ryan Wade. Off the mark, no good. Avery Lewis with the rebound. He will take it down the floor. Off the glass, no good. Rebounded offensively by Lawrence Rowley. His putback is good. And the Rats with the three-point advantage now.
Well, Wade had a good idea the last time. Get the ball inside the paint. But that's not a good idea.
Wild pass by Daniel Black. Out of bounds. Huron basketball.
It's a subtle thing that pressure brings to you. It speeds up your processing time. When you catch the ball, you want to get rid of it really quick because you don't want that defense to set. Turnovers happen when you try to speed up too fast.
Lewis Willis' shot is blocked as he drove down the lane. Now Ammerman with the jumper. Off the rim, no good. An unforced error there by Huron.
Jay Chenard right there is yelling at his team. Actually, that ball went in between two of the River Rat players.
Turnaround jumper in the lane by Wade, off the mark. Now Anderson on the drive, spin move, off the rim, no good. But there's Lawrence Rowley again with the offensive board and putback. That's good, and we have another steal. Avery Lewis picks it up off the floor. He'll hand it off to Mosley, and the Rats will settle it down for a moment. And a steal by Brandon Wade from Avery Lewis. Now he'll go down the lane, scoop it, and he can't score it. K'Ron Rogers with the offensive board, and the putback is good.
Strong putback there by Rogers. Ready to hang in the air and make sure he had it right at the right spot on the top of that corner of the box there.
Oh, Rats, Alec Anderson down the lane for the jam. No one stopped Alex Anderson drive down the lane, and he flushed it.
nobody wanted to get in the way, and I can understand why, but Anderson, be kind to the rim next time, boy. Wow.
Three-pointer on the way at the other end. That misses everything, air ball. And Rats will pick it up off the floor. And a three-pointer on the way for Mosley. That's off the rim, no good. Rowley can't corral the offensive board. And we have a whistle and a foul. Lawrence Rowley picks up the foul for Huron. And Huron head coach Jay Shinar is beside himself. Can't believe Rowley picked up that foul.
Yeah, both guys are going for the ball, and you can see they were fighting for position. Brandon Wade, oh, that's another look at that nice finish there by Alec Anderson that really hyped up his bench.
Now Black loses it going down the lane. Picked up by Rowley. Now back out top to Lewis Willis. Smith to Rowley into the lane, and Lawrence Rowley with the bucket right in the paint.
That's the biggest lead of the night for the River Rats.
Rats with the 6-point advantage, 3:33 to go. Three-pointer on the way, and it's good by Jack Ammerman. Timeout on the floor by Skyline, and that cuts the lead to 4 for the River Rats.
Well, if there's anybody on the Eagles team right now that you don't want to leave open behind the foul of the three-point line, Pete, it's got to be Jack Ammerman. So you see that pass, I love the pump fake there, and the pass dropped inside. But this guy does not take much to get the ball out of his fingertips. Ammerman, wow. I wonder what that guy's nickname is. He has to have a nice nickname because he is money behind the three-point line. Now, a lot of people own the nickname Money, so I'm not going to give you that one, Jack. You're going to have to get at us and let us know what that, handle is.
QR.
QR?
Quick release.
Quick release might be it. It might stick. QR. QR.
So he's got a lightning quick release.
Oh, it is, and it's pretty. And as you've seen, the progression of his shots, he's getting more and more accustomed to it going in without touching the rim. And now the Eagles come out in a little pressure here after that timeout. Now this hurts.
Down the floor quickly. Anderson's got it. And a whistle.
It's on Rogers. It looks like it's going to be a push.
K'Ron Rogers picks up the foul.
Got him with the lower body there. Or even the left arm was pushing too, whatever you want to call it.
.319 to play in the game. Huron with the 4-point advantage. Now Mosley will hand it off to Smith. Back to Mosley by the timeline. Now over to Anderson. Now Lewis with the shot, put back, no good. And Rogers can't handle the rebound. It's off of him, out of bounds. River Rat basketball.
Another good effort there by Alec Anderson going to the glass and kept that ball alive. He's got active legs, and he's really doing a good job of getting second chance opportunities for the Rats.
Oh, bounce pass inbound to Rowley. His shot is off the mark, but he draws the foul. He will go to the line for 2. Darius Hall picks up the foul for Skyline. Rowley's first free throw in and out, no good.
good call there, I would say, Pete. A little contact in the lane when he was going up for the shot.
Second one is off the front of the rim, no good. Now down the floor for three. Christian Knox for three. And the Huron lead is now just one.
Christian Knox is actually shooting 47% behind the arc, right behind Ammerman. He's the second highest three-point shooter on the Eagles squad.
Now three-pointer on the way from Smith. Off the rim, no good. He gets his own rebound. Now Smith with a spin move down the lane. And it's going to be Eagle basketball.
Let's count this because it was a tough call. 1, 2. Yeah, he did turn over and he moved that last pivot foot, so good call there.
Traveling in the lane for Jack Smith. Eagles with a chance to take the lead.
Ammerman's really looking like he's looking for his shot.
Oh, Brandon Wade for three, and it's good. And the Eagles take the 2-point lead with 1:38 to play.
Brandon Wade does not disappoint. The kick jump shot, right? That's a true jump shot, folks.
Oh, Lewis down the lane. Offensive foul. Back the other way, go the Eagles.
Oh, and Ammerman's waiting there for him. So, I mean, great call, but a better play by Jack Ammerman by anticipating the drive.
A look of frustration on Alec Anderson's face was priceless.
Wade really doesn't have to trigger anything. That's right. Bring the defense out to him. I don't think anybody's going to stop him when he tries to go because he's got that extra gear.
Approaching 1 minute to play in the game. Eagles with the 2-point lead. Shot on the way from Ammerman. In and out, no good. Now Smith behind his back. He loses the handle. Stolen away. Brandon Wade with it down the floor to Ammerman. He loses the handle. And back come the Rats. Avery Lewis with the drive and the hoop and the foul.
Oh my. What a 20-second change there, Pete. I mean,
check it out. That was Lewis Willis on the drive. Pardon me, let's give credit where credit is due. Lewis Willis with that hoop and the harm, and he will head to the line with a chance for Huron to retake the lead. Just 33 seconds left here in the game. And Huron takes a 1-point lead on the free throw, 62-61. Timeout on the floor.
Just the way we thought things might pan out here, Pete. This right here, I mean, these two teams, I can watch them all day long.
This has been really fun to watch this game as it unfolded from beginning and to this point here at the tail end of the game.
And both teams right now are using these final possessions really to decide. You know Wade is going to have the ball for the Eagles, and that is going to be the question. Will he take things in his own hands, or will he penetrate and find somebody on the arc? Because you got Christian Knox who's been tearing up the nets, as well as Jack Ammerman with 4 3-pointers. The Palm squad is trying to take over tonight.
Well, we've got a packed house, Kevin. The energy level is unbelievable. The electricity is high, and everything's contributing to a great atmosphere here at Skyline High School tonight.
This should be the SEC championship game if they don't meet in the postseason, because they are not disappointing from the fans to the guys on the floor.
Eagles will inbound. Huron with the press.
And both teams in the bonus.
Under 30 seconds to play. Ammerman will work it up the floor to Wade. In the corner to Daniel Black for three. Off the rim, no good.
They don't have to shoot.
Rebound pulled down by Rowley. And Smith is fouled on his way up the floor. Just 13 seconds to play. Jack Smith will head to the line.
I'm going to go on the limb and say these are the most important free throws he's had to shoot all season. We're going to see what he can do with this type of pressure on him for this senior. %60% foul shooter on the season.
Oh, Smith misses the front end of the 1-and-1. Brandon Wade with the rebound. Under 10 seconds to play. Wade with the drive and the score. 3 seconds to play. Down the floor at the buzzer. No good, and the Eagles win this one at the buzzer. They take it on their home floor. 63-62, and the fans storm the court. What a game.
Pete, let's just look at that.
The fans are going bananas here after the Eagles score the bucket with just 4 seconds to play. The Rats can't respond, and the Eagles beat the number 9 ranked team in the state in the Huron River Rats. We're going to take a quick break, catch our breath, and be back with more here on CTN Sports.
Wow, now that was a CTN game of the week. I'm joined with the man that just ended the game, Brandon Wade, finished with 19 points, and you saved your best for last. What's it like to be playing in a crosstown rival and then come away with the win?
I mean, this is the most exciting game of the year. We have our two rivals, Pioneer and Huron. We know every time we go out there with them, it's going to be a hard-fought battle. And just to come out with a win, it just makes it more special because we don't like our rivals, but we respect them at the same time, and we know we were going to fight with them. It just feels so good.
Well, the way you played in the second half, you found some of your other players. Jack came out, and he hit 3 big threes in the second half, but it was your defense out there that was big, too. Can you tell a little bit about your defensive play?
We went in the locker room at halftime, and we were saying that we need to pick it up. If we were going to win this game, we had to get it done on defense. Our defense was going to lead to our offense, and that's exactly what it did.
What do you think this win's going to do for you when you might meet these guys in the postseason about 30 days from now when you get into the district championship?
Oh, yeah, it's just a confidence booster. After winning something like this, it's just now we're rolling. Now we got to keep working. We're going to get back in the gym tomorrow, get a quick lift in, and then we right back to it.
That's what I like to hear. Congratulations. Thanks a lot. All right, now that is our CTN Game of the Week, Player of the Week, Brandon. I'm going to send it back to you, Pete, before these kids get me.
And thanks a lot for that, Kevin. I'd like to thank all the people that make this production possible. Our director, Rob Cross. Audio replay by Justin Wright. Graphics by Dana Denha. Our camera people, Phil Booz, Matt Drake, and Gage Shaughnessy. And for Kevin Bryant, this is Pete Poyer. Once again, the final. An exciting final it was for our Game of the Week. Skyline 63 and the Huron River Rats 62.